Good morning, evening, and afternoon, everyone. This is Cyborg,
and Bumblebee.
and we would like to welcome you to another episode of Super Who Reacts. And we're going to be talking about.
Justice League, The Atom Project, issue number 3.
So, this is basically going off of you said 3, so we're going to be going off of issue number 2, where Captain Atom is trying to, I believe, get rid of his powers.
He went and found one of the original doctors that gave him his powers back in the day. He located her, went to her lab, and was like, help me take these, I need these powers taken away from me. So it kind of picks up from there. And we also get some flashbacks to the past.
I will say it is interesting. Now, I cannot say that I would want to get rid of the powers that he has. I can't say that because he has some very interesting powers.
I mean, I understand why he wants to get rid of them because as of right now, from what we can understand, he is able to absorb the powers of anybody, any metahuman that's near him.
Yeah.
So he can pick up, like if he's near the Flash, he can pick up the Flash's powers or, kind of siphon off some of the powers of people, which is obviously this is something that the government is looking, or that's why the government is after him, because the government wants.
Okay, so I understand.
Yeah.
But you gotta think of it like this. Those powers will help him. They have helped him. They kept it kept him alive, let's be honest, throughout this whole ordeal.
Pretty much after the whole Amanda Waller situation.
And through his powers, they were able to get other people's powers back.
They were able to study his powers and kind of build a machine to help everyone else get their powers back that, after the whole Amanda Waller situation, people's powers are gone or got transferred to other people.
Right.
So studying him allowed them to find a solution to help other people.
Exactly. So while I understand that he wants to get rid of it, I just can't say I would, because that would be a waste for me.
I mean, if we're gonna, continuing on this point, at the very end, Ryan Choi was pretty much like, I understand why you want to get rid of your powers. Just because you get rid of your powers doesn't mean that like Amanda Waller and the government aren't going to try to replicate your powers.
Yeah.
So, and then if they do replicate your powers, your power set,
to be there to either give the powers back to everyone or to take whatever they made.
Or not even that. Like if Amanda Waller or the government creates a soldier or whatever, a person that's able to siphon off people's powers, no one can really fight against that person. The only person that would be able to like effectively attack said person would be him, because he would have the same powers to siphon off the powers of that person.
Yeah.
So they kind of need him, because at that point, if at that point all the heroes might as well just clock out, because
exactly.
They're not going to be able to do anything, because as soon as they get close, their powers are going to get siphoned off.
That's what I'm saying.
So they kind of need him in that sense.
But they don't want, well, no, not they. He don't want to.
Yeah, like he's kind of going to be, or they need him as like a, the backup plan if something like that were to occur.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I would say that's kind of messed up, but I understand.
I mean, I say backup plan, but like he would be their only defense against something like that. Like no one else would be able to really get a punch in or anything, because he would just be like, the person would just be able to they send Superman to, siphon off Superman's powers. They try to send the Flash powers gone. Green Lantern, power siphoned, gone.
You're right.
Like anyone they send after this person, all they would need to do is just take, soak up the powers, and then that person would be like just a regular person and get defeated.
Yeah.
He would be literally the only person that would be able to get a hit on this person.
I mean, he won't be the only person. It'll just be the most effective person.
I mean, yeah, I mean, certain people might get 1 or 2 hits in, but
there is one person where you can't steal his powers at all.
Who's that?
Batman.
Well,
like I said, he is the most effective person, but he's not the only.
I mean,
person.
I see your point, but at the same time, how would Batman really fare against someone that soaked up the powers of Superman, the Flash, and whoever else?
I never said it was a plan, ma'am. I just said it was a plan.
So I see you
again,
but
all I said was that he wasn't the only one.
Yeah,
there are multiple people, but he's not the only one.
Mm-hmm. So getting back to the issue really quickly, in the past, what we see in the last issue, we have that scene where they found that Captain Atom's powers were were being encased or being held by a bear. So they used the machine to extract the powers out of the bear and give it back to Captain Atom.
Right.
So the past portion of this issue where we're seeing scenes from the past are kind of the aftermath of that, probably early days post Amanda Waller, and them getting creating that machine to be able to extract people's powers and give them back to them.
Yeah.
So they are slowly building that machine, testing things. Things kind of go a little haywire in the Watchtower with all the patients that they had up there that they were housing, waiting for their machine to be up and running.
Right.
To help these people that either have new powers or picked up the powers of superheroes that they, obviously aren't skilled with.
Right.
So things, they run an experiment, but the experiment kind of goes haywire and increases the intensity of people's powers all in the area of the lab. And Captain Atom pretty much goes in there and soaks up all the extra energy that they accidentally infuse these people with.
Again, he literally is one of the only ones who could save the world, so to speak, if anyone goes rogue with their powers. Like, I don't see nobody else doing that.
So that's the past portion. And then the present is him talking to the doctor. The Atoms come and kind of save him because apparently what the doctor was going to do would have killed him.
Right.
So they kind of saved him. And at the very end of the issue, the military had sent someone after Captain Atom. And that person is none other than Major Force.
Major Force.
Mm-hmm.
His rival, his arch nemesis.
So I guess the next issue will be
a fight between Captain and Major.
Yep.
I wonder who's gonna win.
I know who I hope wins.
I'm pretty sure it will be Captain, but I'm not going to say a full yes to that because I want to be surprised.
I mean, we don't know what's going to happen.
No, we don't.
But we will find out in the next issue.
This is true. This is true. So you guys take care. Support your local comic book store. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.